All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cut. 180. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill. Four down. 12. Go. Mike's 59.
Goff on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watch the whip.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Saints.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Jones has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 38, Goff looking in zone for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Mike's 56. I'm coming.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Hey, foxtrot. Check curls. 56 to Mike.
After the sack on first down, Allen. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Panthers. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, Haywood! 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
Throwing is Allen on third. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Right there, 56.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That's SOS. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Who that? Hey, Alpha.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Stop. Get that ball. Get that ball. Banjo. 56. 56.
Throwing on second and 14. Allen, pass incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Keep it up. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Slam. Watch Trickstone, Travis.
They'll run with Drake. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Mike's 59. Hey, Delta.
On second and 7, Goff under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3rd and 13.
What? 180.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down.
Exit. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that will be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Motion.
Allen going to throw. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Mark 56. Check. Five. Spike 56.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Like 20. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On first down, Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mike 5'9". Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rose. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got one. Bravo. 56. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Allen now looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Right here. Watch out.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey, here I come.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. This one complete to Lacy. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Go. It's running.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Check. You can't block me.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a draw play with Drake. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Lutz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 10. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule, What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Stop. 22's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Hey, orbit.
Here we go.
Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Push him back. Push him back. Middle.
He's coming.
Alert.
He's coming. Double up.
Hey, wahoo. Go.
To the air, Allen. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
Monday. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs.
What? 180.
59. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play caller, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
He completes it to Jones. Touchdown, New Orleans. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something. I'm first.
He's got a man complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check middle.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now Allen. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Alert. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Silver.
Now Allen to throw. To throw again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasize.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running, it's Drake. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun, here's Goff. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Julio Jones. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play caller, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Allen. Dancing to his left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready. 70, Indy. 6'6", pull it high. Hey, high 7, 2.
Now it's the backup Greer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on second down. Allen. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Mike's 56. Record.
Hey, Haywood.
56, Mike. Alert. Let him know. What's that?
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Goff now looks to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, Shell. There's a call.
Back to throw, Goff. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On first down, it's Drake. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got him. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Ric Flair.
Check motion, 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 motion. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, check, 59.
Louis.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Complete to Jones. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Goff looking deep for Julio, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check, check, 59. It's our time. It's our time. Check, check.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right back to Drake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on first down. Drake, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
With the score, Saints 17, Panthers 14.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the shotgun with Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Check 56. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Hey, Delta.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Allen to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They stay on the ground with Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Listen.
59 Mike. 59 Mike.
Now Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brown 80!
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Saints' 31-yard line.
I got it.
56, 56.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
What's that?
I'm coming after you. Watch twist. Watch go.
From the 31, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
McCaffrey on the counter. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Drake, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
On first down, Drake, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
On 2nd down, it's Drake, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
That's going to be a long
Hey, exit.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This from long, very long range. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Kill, kill, kill.
Check 13. Check 13. 5 wide, 5 wide, 5 wide.
56.
Here we go.
Mike's 56.
Now Mostert. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Alert! Half 85, half 85.
Crouch.
Shift, shift. Half, 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 half.
Mostert. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Go, 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 go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. 56.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
56.
On 2nd and 9. Allen, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Mike's 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Mike 56.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check, check. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike's 56.
Stop. You ain't doing nothing today.
Buzz.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game. And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post. But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for New Orleans, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our